Hello, hello. How's it going tonight, everybody? Ben here. I just finished reading this badass book, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. He was a FBI negotiator for 30 freaking years, and it's awesome. It's full of practical tips, and it's super cool. It tells all these stories about hostage situations and stuff. But anyway, that's not what I'm supposed to talk about now. No, I actually have something interesting for you if you're in sales or something like that, or internet marketing. Um, how do I want to begin this? Okay, think of most salespeople. Let's just take a used car salesman. When you think of a used car salesman, that's my dream catcher there. Catch bad dreams doesn't work. they People think pushy. People think, okay, let's just imagine a used car salesman came up to you and it was like, hey, you're in my lot. Would you want to buy this car right here? What about this car? What about this car? Buy a car, buy a car. It's just like force, force, force. What that used car salesman didn't, what no one ever taught him is the 9 steps from taking somebody who has no idea who you are all the way up to a raving fan who's promoting you for free, maybe even an affiliate for you. I actually heard this from Ryan Dice from Digital Marketer, the creator of Digital Marketer. Now, the best way to think about it is to compare it to dating. So, if you were a single guy and you were to go up to a girl in a bar, and let's just say you want to marry her to keep this PG-13, would you be like, hey, my name's Ben, would you marry me? She's going to be like, no, you're crazy. If it was me, maybe, but if it was you, probably not. Why? Because she has absolutely no idea who you are. You could be a murderer, you could be a serial killer. So there's actually 9 steps. I'm going to run through them really quick. I'll try to explain a tiny bit about each one, how it explains specifically to, say, internet marketing, and then I'll wrap it up because I'm tired. So number one is you got to get awareness. So they have to know you exist. You have to be on their radar. This is usually in the form of an ad, or if you're actually selling something in person, you're just walking up to them and saying, "Hey, like, how's it going?" You're just introducing yourself or sending them like the whole theory of this is, you can. It does hurt to ask. People say it never hurts to ask. It does. It like you want to start with a tiny commitment and then work your way up to a bigger and bigger and bigger one. That's the whole theory. So, one, you get awareness. They have to know who you are. Two, you get engagement. Now, there's 2 types of engagement. There's mental engagement. First, you get them mentally engaged in what you're saying. If you're online, if it's a piece of content, they're getting stimulated. They're like, "Oh, this is really interesting. It helps me with my problem," and they want to know more. And the physical act of engagement in the online sense is the next step where they subscribe or they opt in. If you're in person, they're giving you permission to talk more, I guess. You're furthering the relationship. If this was dating, you would be getting their phone number. Then the next step is you convert them. And this is step 4. Most people think this is the last step. Conversion, you get the sale, maybe you get the date, you you make the very first sale, and online they call this a tripwire. That's what Ryan Dice from Digital Marketer pretty much coined the term. It's like a liquidating offer. It's usually like a low price sale, so it might be $7 to $97. Anyway, you get that tiny sale, and then from that, the next step is to excite them from the value that they get. Because if you deliver them, let's say you sold your first thing to them for $100. If you give them $100 of value, they're not going to go up to the next level. So someone gets excited when you take 500, like $100 from them, and you give them 500 to $1,000 in value back. So that's how you excite someone. The next thing you do is ascend. Now this is where either your back end comes in, repeated customers, just upsells, things like that. Maybe it's a continuity program. That's how you ascend them. That's step 6. Step 7 is they advocate for you. If you look up advocate, basically in the dictionary, it's when they they're kind of your it's kind of like they're telling people about you. They're fans, or they're champions, if you will. They're like they love you. This is like almost to the pinnacle, but there's one step more, and that is to get them to promote for you. Now, promoters are just the top level of your relationship. I guess this would be like where you marry them, or you, to put it back in the car salesman. Well, they already made the purchase, but now they're telling everybody about you. Maybe you're even paying them. So a promoter in the internet marketing sense is they're now your affiliate, and they're telling other people about you and selling for you. So there you have it. So you have your awareness, engagement, subscription, subscribe, excite, ascend, advocate, and promote. Sound good? Okay. I'm going to get to bed now. The next book I'm reading is Flipnosis: The Art of Split-Second Persuasion by Kevin Dutton. Looks interesting. I'll let you know how it is in the next video maybe. Okay, peace.